I did my first video on Chrono Odyssey last year. It's up there in the corner if you want to watch just the announcement one that I did. But I've been excited and anticipating Chrono Odyssey for nostalgia, Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, taking me back to the 90s. Not related to this company whatsoever, but it was the name that did it for me. The game was first announced in 2020. If I recall correctly, it had an anticipated update in 2022, some sort of release or beta. And then when that didn't happen, people thought it had died in development. 2023, we got an update. No, the game is still in development. It's going to be a cross-play MMO. It's going to be on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. And it is going to be developed in Unreal Engine 5. Now, the big thing, it's developed by Chrono Studio. And if you go to look up Chrono Studio, you won't find much. They are a subsidiary of Npixel. So if you want to know the character of the studio making the game, do your research on Npixel first. Details on Chrono Odyssey. We know that the premise is exploring time, the past, the present, and the future. For action combat fans, you are getting an action-based combat game with extensive customization. There will be 6 combat classes and 18 weapons. Now, can I give you any details about that today? No, I just want to let you know kind of the design direction they're going. It seems like a lot of the Asian import games coming now are all on this sort of high character customization, less number of classes, a lot more. And it seems like the weapon choices is really the direction they're going. So it's interesting to see how Chrono Odyssey will stack up against some other games following this route. The combat is based on time manipulation, and it's the use of a chronotector. I can't give you anything else. That's all I know. Now, it is a seamless open world, and what you're going to see is you're going to see a statement that says it's 12 kilometers square. Now, 12 kilometers square is tiny compared to some of the open world games coming out, such as Ashes of Creation claiming it will be 1,200 square kilometers. I think the important thing to realize is in this tech deck, they talk about how they're layering each part of the world. So as you do that past, present, and future exploration, it's going to change your environment. So I'm actually wondering if 12 kilometers square isn't 36, because can you go to the past? And are there multiple pasts and multiple futures? So when you start thinking about 12 stacked on top of each other in a timeline fashion, that could actually be a quite sizable open world. There are going to be dungeons and raids, but they did mention soloing. Now, I know how a lot of people feel about this. If you can solo a dungeon or a raid, is it really a dungeon or a raid? We'll have to wait and see. They also mentioned that there will be meaningful harvesting and crafting. Now, before you ask any questions in the comments below, I have no other details. Now, with that, people are going to ask, are there PvE and PvP servers? Don't know. They haven't said anything about it. They haven't said where they're going to put servers, what regions, what localization. They've mentioned none of that. What about the original mobile plan? Anybody that does a search on Chrono Odyssey may find out that it was designed to be played on mobile. It looks like that plan is scrapped, but I don't want to say that for certain, because with the Throne and Liberty hoopla and with some other games that are talking about having mobile gameplay, I don't want to say they're not going to do it and then they sneak it in there. Now, it sounds really good, and you probably want to leave a comment like, I'm excited and I can't wait for more. Let me tell you the bad news. It's being published by Kakao. Now, if you didn't check out the hoopla with Kakao and how they stole credits from their ArcAge players, that's up there in the corner. I think Kakao has a long way to go. They're releasing ArcAge 2. Because they own XL Games, so they're the publisher, owner of the developer in that scenario. And I know Kakao leaves a really bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. If Kakao being involved in the project turns you off, leave a comment below and let me know that. They have said the game is coming as a buy-to-play, but that unfortunately does not mean no pay-to-win. If you will remember, Black Desert Online was said to be a buy-to-play, and then there was a range of microtransactions from storage to cosmetics to the ghillie suit, which, you know, pay for convenience, pay to win. Do microtransactions even belong in MMOs anymore? That's a video topic up there if you want to explore that one. As far as Chrono Odyssey, I'm excited. It's nostalgia. I know that Chrono Odyssey and Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross are not related. I think I'm trying to get back to my late 90s and when games were good. You remember when games were good? I remember when they had to launch a game in a complete state. I want to go back to those days. Anyway, that's it for Chrono Odyssey, and I will see you guys next time.